Hey y'all, it's your girl Symone and welcome back to my channel. If y'all can see by the title, today is another Subbie Sunday story. Let me stop. Alright, but no, today is another Subbie Sunday story time. Before we get into this video, y'all already know what to do. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, give a girl a thumbs up and comment down below. We in a different little scenery. We in my living room, y'all. That's because I'm on crunch time and I'm doing more than one, like 10 things at once, y'all. I just got back home from Vegas last night and I'm about to go out of town again tonight. So I'm on crunch time. Like, I have a lot of stuff to do. I gotta change my hair. Alright, so and I want to pre-record and edit for y'all, and I'm trying to upload because I'm gonna be going for a while, y'all. I'm gonna be going till like the end of next week, so let me get this together. So I got my computer right here and we're about to get into this Subbie Sunday. I might only do 2 stories, it depends, because I might do 2 because I want to record like one of my own story times too today before I go. So let's get into it. So this story is titled, where's the title? Ended up in the hospital after giving head. Let's see what happened. So it says, "Hi Symone. First and foremost, I love watching your videos. They really get me through the work week. So thank you for keeping thank you and keep being awesome and beautiful." Thank you so much, girl. And I'm over here looking crazy, but it's all good. I love you, sis. But let's get into this. So it says, "Now on to this crazy A story." That's good. She X'd out the A because she know YouTube be tripping. I'll try to keep it short but detailed. This happened with my ex back in 2017. He doesn't need a name, so I'll just continue to call him my ex. Anyway, I've had this condition called TMJ since I was young, and it's basically lockjaw, which is when you open your mouth too wide for too long. So one night we was doing the do, and I decided to try to give him head. I say this because it was my first time trying it. So I'm starting off good and getting comfortable, and I'm hearing him moan. So in my mind, that's making me a little cocky. So therefore, I attempt to go a little deeper, baby. Let me tell you, as soon as I got close to his stomach, I heard a popping noise in my left ear. Didn't think anything of it and continued to bobble my head. Around 2 minutes later, he bust and I jumped up because I wasn't having that whole swallow thing happen. I noticed right away that I couldn't close my mouth. I instantly freaked out and started panicking, running around the room trying to find something that would help me. This fool is just sitting on the bed looking at me like a deer caught in headlights, not trying to help. So I motioned to the phone to call 911. "Symone, tell me why this idiot called my mom." Yo. When I heard her voice on the phone, when I've heard her voice on the phone, you could have called me Flash or Wonder Woman because I was in the kitchen downstairs while I was still upstairs in the bedroom. I don't even think my feet touched the ground how fast I got to him. I grabbed the phone and hung up and damn near attacked him. I had to write on a piece of paper, "Call 911. The ambulance came, and of course it had to be 2 of the sexiest men I've ever seen. So why when we making a total fool out of ourselves do we run into the finest ninjas? Anyway, my ex is explaining to them what happened. I was eating a burger and opened my mouth too wide, which caused it to lock. I got the story down packed before they arrived. There was absolutely no way in hell I was about to tell them my shit got stuck sucking ding." Especially not after seeing how fine they were. Honestly, the fact that I was still thinking about how good a man looked with my mouth stuck open, slobbering all over myself is sad, but I digress. The ambulance guys kind of side-eyed each other like they knew what really happened anyway. I have never been so embarrassed in my life. Long story short, I ended up going to the hospital. They actually had to put me to sleep to unlock my jaw and recommended I have TMJ correction surgery in the future, but yeah, nope, not gonna happen because who gonna walk around with a big ass brace on their face for 2 to 4 weeks? Not I. And I know you're about to say, "Now sis," but hear me out. I learned a valuable lesson that day. I actually like sucking peen and I am pretty amazing at it. Even the whole swallow part. A whole daycare has opened in the back of my throat. I've always learned a special technique that doesn't require me to open my mouth this wide. LOL. And I no longer do the curve, things. The curve is not for me and sucking them feels weird. But that's the end of this story. Thank you for reading it and sorry it feels too long. You have inspired me to start my own channel, so if you guys want to hear more story times, I'll be posting on my channel soon. Love ya. Well, sis, make sure you comment your channel down below because we most definitely want to hear more because this is y'all, this was a funny story. It wasn't even too long. It was short, but it was funny and it was very detailed. So thank you so much for sharing, sis. I'm really I love that story. Oh my god. All right, you guys, so I found one last story. This is gonna be the last one because this one is kind of long. Anyway, this is titled, "My roommate pulled a y'all know, the glizzy, not the hot dog, out on us, a thing. So a little backstory, I was a junior in college. Oh yeah, see, you already knew. I was a junior in college with dorm. I didn't get a dorm, so I had to get another place to live. My mom ended up finding a duplex literally across the street from the dorm rooms, and 3 other girls' parents agreed that we would split the rent 4 ways. My freshman year was the best year of my life. Unfortunately, by the end of the year, all my roommates were no longer going to be living there. A dropout mid-semester moved out with a friend and left for university. I was the only one returning, and rent was only $250, which I could pay with my school refund and having extra money instead of getting a dorm and paying more for less space and rules. My sophomore year is approaching and I have to find new roommates. We had the party house last year and I was cool with literally everyone. My freshman year was no drama or beef, so I knew it wasn't going to be hard to find new roommates. The problem was that I was mostly friends with guys and I was not living with them you know. So I took myself to Twitter and posted an announcement letting people know that I was looking for roommates. No, my freshman year, our parents got together and picked the roommates. This year was literally me doing it by myself. After going through some people, I ended up finding 2 girls, friendly and pathetic. Outside of the duplex, 2 rooms, but they were super big with a huge closet. Literally, I had a queen-size bed and Friendly had a full, and we had so much extra space with 2 separate closets, so we shared a room while Pathetic wanted the other room to herself, so she was supposed to pay $500. Okay, we actually getting into the story now. So we all moved in the second week of school. Pathetic leaves for a cruise. When she returned a couple of days later, she asked if her childhood friend could come live with us in her room. She explained how the girl was doing late start and was super cool. We had no problem with that, and also it would cut down on Pathetic's part of the rent. This is where Thief comes into the house. Everything is okay for about a month. I started realizing things about them though. I am not a confrontational person, so I'm not going to start drama with nothing. They became cool with most of my friends and we all started hanging with a friends group chat. The first big red flag was me always cleaning the kitchen. Like they would not do their own dishes for nothing. But one day I cooked, me and my friends are sitting down eating, and in the group chat we get a random message saying, "Taylor, you need to wash the dishes because I'm not about to do them for you." Everyone was like, what the fuck? And obviously a bitch not talking to me like she's stupid, so we get into it a little. Couple of weeks later, we went to PV for homecoming weekend, the closest university. They've just been a weirdo like starting shit. We drove 40 minutes because she said we were going to be doing something with her friends, but them hoes had to be ghosts because when we got there, she acted like she didn't know what we were talking about. We started distancing ourselves from them that night. A couple of weeks later, and we're back on good terms. Sometime later, we all had friends over for a little game night, smoking, drinking, and having a blast. Willie and his girlfriend comes over, but they stepped outside for literally like 2 minutes. They walked out, he put his tree by the window and stepped out. I seen him do it. When he returned, it was gone. He started asking everyone if they seen it and it was nowhere to be found. Let me just mention the person who stole it is helping us look. Ooh, it always be that way. We never found it and now everything is kind of sus and we call it a night. My roommates and I started talking about it and thought it was super strange. This is when Thief said, "I think Drama took it because she wasn't really helping us look." And I'm sure she knew she didn't. And I'm sure she knew she had it the whole time. This is kind of weird to me because Drama didn't smoke that much. But Thief laid it in thick about why she thinks Drama stole it. I'm not gonna lie, at the same time it kind of made sense. Drama was their friend and I really didn't know her that well, so I fell back because I don't fuck with liars or thieves, especially in my house. Everyone started falling back from Drama. So one day, me and white girls chilling in the game room, and Drama came up to us asking if she could go to the tattoo spot with us. The spot was in Houston, and we were about an hour away. We needed to also go see a family member. White girl was like, yes, and I wasn't the driver, so I'd be like, no, bitch. I'm so happy she came back. We got the truth that night. This car ride, Drama started asking why everyone was being so weird lately, and I told her what was up. Her know that we think she was the one who stole the tree. She started explaining the fact that we already know she doesn't really smoke, and why the fuck would she? Then she said, the funny part is I know exactly who took it. You already know, we like, bitch, who? She not trying to tell us because she didn't want to start shit, and the fact that she was hurt by us thinking it was her without us just asking. I ended up telling her the reason we came to the conclusion it was her was because of Thief. When I said that, it was over. She got mad as fuck and started going off. She told us when Willie walked out, her and Thief was around that area, he left it, and she seen her pick it up and put it in her room. After we had all looked around and she confronted Thief about it and was told he should never left it sitting there. This part it all started clicking. Thief was broke as fuck and was sleeping on an air mattress. Got caught stealing out of Walmart and always roach off people's tree. Going so far to ask people for their doobies once they were done smoking. I felt so bad for even thinking it was drama. You already know what I did. I got to texting Willie and Friendly, telling them the tea. The next day comes, Friendly went to PV for a football game, so it's just me and Thief. I left this out, but by the time Pathetic kind of wasn't living there anymore and her and Thief fell out. I left for work and we were all planning to confront her about it. I was waiting for the others to get home because like I said, I'm not for the confusion, but bitch, you tried it. Side note, it was also mess going on that Thief said I was talking about another one of their friends, and I knew for a fact I never mentioned this girl and had no beef. I don't do drama. Willie was a DJ and he had left his speakers at my house and was trying to get them. Someone must have told Thief we knew because she was not trying to let him back in the house. I was walking back to the house and I seen him. He told me she wouldn't let him in, so I told him to just come with us to get them. When we walked in the house, Willie yelled, "I'm in this hoe." At this point, I didn't give a fuck about Friendly not being there. I was pissed because all of the shit she started. She came out the room and was like, "Make them leave." It was like 4 girls, a guy, and Willie in my room. I started yelling at her, "Bitch, who the fuck are you talking to? I don't have to do shit." They were all in my room. We kind of had a rule that as long as the roommate that you share a room with is okay with certain people being in your room, then others can't complain. This was made because they have friends that I don't like and vice versa. After that, I started going off about how messy she was and how she was a thief because she stole from Willie. At this point, we got into it kind of bad. Willie had a couple of things to say too, but never called her a bitch. Just note that. She started saying that if he didn't leave, she was going to call the police. I told her to call the police because they can't kick him out either. I was being petty and making him stay because, bitch, who the fuck is she? She started picking up the phone and act like she was on the phone with the police. Little did we know she wasn't. While all of this is going on, I'm telling Friendly what happened as they are now on their way back. Willie and the guy left out to go get something from his dorm. While they were gone, the 4 girls and I heard a loud knock at the door. So I'm thinking it's the police because she says she called them. She goes to answer the door and I just hear yelling. So we like, what the fuck is going on? I open my room door and it's 2 guys and a lady standing there with bats going off. So I started yelling at them back, and then one of the boys say, "Who called my sister a bitch?" I responded and said, "I called your sister a bitch because she is one." We arguing with the people back and forth, and Willie and the guy returned unknowingly. When he walked in the door, Thief yelled, "He called me a bitch right there." At this point, one of the guys swung and hit him with the bat. Thankfully, he covered his face and the bat hit his arms. That bat messed his arm up and he had to get a cast. Willie and his friends took our friends to the dorms across the street because you need a key card to get in that the dudes with the bats were chasing after him. As this is happening, I grabbed my pepper spray and started spraying her mom and her because I'm not sure where 2 Glocks came from, but both of them had one. By me pepper spraying them, one of them had dropped again, and white girl tried to pick it up. Bent down to get it. Thief told her to back up while her mom picked the Glock back up. They told us to get in a room and stay there. They were trying to find Willie, but you know, we wasn't going for all of that. We all went back into my room and jumped out the window. Let me make this clear. I'm a big girl. I don't know how the fuck I got out that window. Once we got out, we ran into the dorms that Willie went into panicking because we didn't know what had happened. We explained to the RAs what's going on. I'm not sure who caught the police, but they got there super fast. We found Willie and he told us he came into the dorms to get away, and we all went back into my house where the cops were. By this time, Thief and her people left to try to escape unsuccessfully. We talked to the cops and gave them our statement. Willie had to go to the hospital for his arm. Thief and her brothers got arrested, but not her mom because her thing was registered to her. She was in the military, which was bullshit because she came into our house with it pointed at people. Friendly made it back by this time. And family came down as well. We all from Houston, and Friendly made it back at this time, and family came down as well. We are all from Houston. From Friendly to my side of town, it's about an hour and 15 minutes drive. But from Thief's side of town, it's like 45 minutes because she lives on the dirty ass north side. Friendly family showed up after the cops had left with Glocks galore, I swear. Talking about if they want to have a Glock party, we can too. Side note, I went to a mostly white high school and kind of lived in the hood, but never went outside. So this is something I'm not used to at all. I called my mom and told her everything, but not to come down because everything had died down at this point. The next day comes, I wake up to a noise. He has let all the people in who was involved to come in and destroy Thief's room. They took the little shit that she had and even popped that damn air mattress she was sleeping on. I was kind of mad at this bitch because you supposed to let me know first so I could get some shit too. What? I don't steal, but this bitch deserved it. A couple of minutes later, the cops knocked on the door, letting us know that she was coming back to get her stuff and that we all needed to leave while she was there. So we went and stood across the street on campus and watched from there. We started yelling and cursing her the fuck out from afar. It's funny how the bitch started acting all scary and told the cops to tell us to stop. We found this girl mugshot and posted it all over Twitter and was going in because, bitch, you tried it. She ended up getting only 5 years of probation because this was her first offense and we didn't press charges. I heard that one of her brothers ended up getting some time because he was already in trouble with the law. After she got her shit from the house, I never saw her again until about a year ago. She tried to add me on Instagram for what? I don't know. Bitch, no. This story was in about 2015. This is the end of the story, but a little PS. The boy that I ended up losing my virginity to later that semester ended up being one of her brother's old friends, and he knew everything that happened. That's another story for another day. Let me know if you want me to send more stories about all the stuff that happened that year. This is just one of the many things that happened with this group of roommates. It was a lot, and I felt like I was living in a bad girl's house or something. Also, I love you so much. I literally watch all your videos all the time and have been an active subscriber for a while now. You make me see that life is full of mistakes, and I'm not the only one that has fell for a joke, crazy, or damn enemy. But we grow from that and we become better and learn exactly how we need to be treated. So thank you, sis. Road to 150K. Thank you so much, girl. Thank you so much, sis. I really appreciate it. This story was really good, y'all. I was really like tuned in like, wait, what? That's crazy how she would call all her family and do all of that when it's like you the one who start problems. Like, people will really start so much shit, and then when it's time for them to face it, they act like, oh no, I need backup, y'all. That be it. Always be the ones. The loudest ones be the ones. Not even just the loudest ones. It'd be like the ones who do the most be the ones who need a whole team of backup and be doing the most. Like, but anyway, thank you so much for sharing, sis. And yes, y'all, make sure if you want to send your story, send it to Symonestorytimes@yahoo.com. That's it for this story, just because it is 2:50 and I want to record one of my stories and I still have to go. Like, I still have to leave, y'all. And I still got to edit and do a lot of stuff, but do my hair. I got a lot to do, so I'm sorry. So if this Subbie Sunday was short, that's why, because your girl got places to go, people to see, things to do. But thank you guys so much for sharing. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on all my social medias listed down below, and I'll see y'all next time.